Introducing PubCoin. PubCoin is the rewards program for pub sports contributors. Regular chat contributors share their play of the day, POD, in the YouTube chat, including the phrase POD in their message. At the end of the week, the amount of units earned are converted into PubCoins. PubCoin can be used as reward points for prizes, shop discounts, and contests.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's Mills here, Pub Sports Radio. Do you guys want to challenge the personalities here at Pub Sports Radio? Do you guys think you're better than them at entering in your MMA predictions and picks? Would you want to get paid for it? $100? Here's how you do it, man. You sign up right here at the link below. It's just this easy. PubSportsRadio.com. Enter your email. Pick your weekly picks. That's it. Oh, and you get bonus points if you can predict how they're going to win in what round. Every single week, a new winner's getting crowned. So every Saturday on Pub Sports Radio. So come on and check us out. You can win $100 just for signing up. Only thing you need to do is see if you can beat us here at Pub Sports Radio by entering your UFC predictions and picks weekly. Do it. I dare you. See you guys soon.
Your membership to Gold, you will be automatically entered in every horse race, every Wednesday and Friday. It is time to race horses. We are racing camels today.
Shout out to the Gold members. We're racing in San Antonio immediately here. And we're off. 2 minutes, 74 canals on this racetrack. It's wide. We're racing in San Antonio.
Matt Wally moving forwardly. Jeff Slaughter in the mix as well. And as is Randall Sheffield, who's put that beautiful nose out front.
But it's actually real grass here, Jimmy. Maybe Kentucky bluegrass. Oldie, no! There he goes. Oldie in the lead now. K. Wolf falls back. The horses love it. Sometimes they stop and eat it on the way to the finish line. That's why your horses start so far in the back. Here. Oh, look at Nutflush Allen bursting out here. J-Dub in the mix. Rude Boy up here as well. Jimmy, take it away.
There's Oldie. Oldie is moving to the front. We are past the halfway mark in our 2 mile. And there's Ricky Levy.
Oh my goodness, he's in the mix here. Jimmy, take it home. This is our first dog race ever.
19 seconds left in the horse race here. It's Fernando Mendoza trying to find the wire. 14 seconds left. Can Fernando Mendoza take this home? Here comes Kenny Kengan. Kenny Kengan wants a piece of the pie. Put his schnoz up front. Ricky Bobby, 9 seconds left. Can Donut Silks make a run? Can Red Small make a run to be $50?
You son of a bitch!
Here comes Tori Coker. Kenny Can Smoke and Mirrors. Director 97 home. That is the way. Here comes Jason Meyer, the other auto custodian. Billy Friedrich. Jones one all coming down to the finish.
Coin! Nowhere!
Oh no! Fanatical Jim!
From the corporate Peter Loshak, legendary sports handicapper, more dapper than a dawn. Father young phenom, known as Jimmy, who declared one day that the bag was here to stay. Information like a PSA, when we all PSR, Pub Sports Radio is all. Is a man named Slaughter and he flipped the script. No competition in this but they quit the trip. But we say we be pubbing, better with the bag and you love it. We want a top 10, we above it. Legend.
Hey everyone, welcome to Post Sports Radio. I'm Peter Loshak. Today is Tuesday, February 3rd. You know, we do this every Tuesday. I think this might be the last show before I'm doing it back with Jimmy the Bag, which is
second to last.
What's not going to? I never said my plus 12% ROI was sustainable. It's a big sample size. Wait, what are you talking about?
Second to last show. Next week is Peter Loshak's show, and then we go to Loshak
Okay.
is back.
I thought you said it's not going to last. I know that. Nothing lasts. I know nothing lasts except the earth and sky in this existence. And even that, maybe not. I know that, Jose Bouquett. But we're here now. And we're going to have a great time once again, as we do every Tuesday. This is it's so great, man. Even if you look back on the last 3 years, the absolute worst show for me that I had the whole time was still like probably the highlight of my week. This is a great thing that we do every Tuesday. I love it. I enjoy it. The comments section, and one of the major reasons is, of course, people like Spoons Bets posting their picks in the comments section. We're going to talk NBA and college basketball, and then we're going to talk NHL at about 1:30. I got to do some soccer stuff. I'm going to try to keep a brisk pace here. Spoons Bet Miami of Ohio rolling on the road. Are they a good bet? I don't know, but Spoons Bets thinks they are. -4.5. Canisius +3.5. Yes, I also agree with that. That's an interesting one. Below the radar one, kind of tricky one, and I kind of like that one. Not sure if I like first half or full game, but I like that one. VCU, another team that is excellent, rolling. Too big of a fave? I don't know. Spoons Bets thinks no. He likes VCU -7.5. Loyola Chicago, that's a very interesting one. Weird that they should be a favorite over LaSalle. Maybe the market's trying to tell us something. Loyola Chicago, of course, had a cover in their last game, I believe, and before that they were terrible. LaSalle's not good either, but I was thinking maybe LaSalle first half. But that's a very interesting one that Loyola Chicago is a favorite, and Spoons Bets thinks they're worth a good bet. They're worth a play. And Indiana, of course, playing USC on the road. That is a extremely interesting one. I wanted to see where the line moved. I was thinking maybe USC might be worth a shot, but not anymore. That I see Spoons Bets liking Indiana, of course. Indiana off of the double OT win, and now they go against USC. Shout out to Spoons Bets, Ron Lofton, Philly Eagle Flyers, Super True Story, Ish Nickel, Dougie Wise, pre-bands play Atlanta +4. Yes, I think that's one I was liking as well. We'll see what Billy Brisbane and Justin McKelvey have to say. But yeah, I definitely was thinking about Atlanta. It's just that center is so important to them. The starting center, they've kind of struggled a little bit without him, so I kind of wanted him to be in. But I was thinking that way as well. We're going to have a great show. I'm going to tweet it out. It's going to be the same as, let me see. Look at the comment section. We got to get everyone in here. All right. That's about it. We ready to go, Jose Bouquett? Billy and Justin there. Jose Bouquett, you around? Oh, there we go.
Here we go.
There we go. All right. Sorry, I was looking at the YouTube stream. Everyone, welcome to the show. Billy Brisbane, Justin McKelvey, Stacks. We're ready to do this. We got a big NBA card. I'm very interested to hear what you guys have to say about this. And while we're talking about the first game, I'm going to tweet this shit out to get everyone in, give all their opinions. All right, let's start. Denver and Detroit. First game on the card, right? Denver coming off a home loss to OKC, but before that, they had covered 4 or 5. And Detroit, off of 230-point wins. Last one, a 50-point home win over the Nets. Before that, they had been struggling ATS. Jokic is back. I'm really not sure. Hello? Oh, is that me?
No, my bad. I was retweeting the post on Twitter. My bad.
Let me know if anything. All right. There's a bunch of things I actually do like on today's NBA card. This one is very, very scary to me. I'm interested to see if you guys think there's anything worth betting here. We'll start with Justin McKelvey. What do you think? Detroit, great team, of course, off a huge win over a shitty team and a small home favorite. What do you think?
I'm on Denver Nuggets here +4. Mm-hmm. I got that at minus. Look, it just wrote it down. Oh, there you go. I got Nuggets +4 -110, and I just look at the recent trends and the overall trends. And when I staggered upon it, and I seen that Detroit just beat them not long ago by 2 in Detroit without Jokic. But Denver has won 5 straight meetings here. I think this line is a little bit. I think the wrong team favorite. I think with Jokic here, that Denver should be favored. They're the last 15 games are 10-5 ATS. So, and then coming off that lost by 10, I think it was on at home to OKC. I like them to bounce back, band back together minus Chris Barnes. So give me the Nuggets +4.
All right, well, I'll be rooting for the Nuggets. The game scares me. My line, my notes here, not at all sure about the side. Total seems maybe a tiny bit low when I saw it at like 225.5. And now, of course, it's moved up to like 228.5. No movement on the side, though. Billy Brisbane, what do you think?
Yeah, if you remember, we were on the Nuggets there in that spot +7 against the Detroit Pistons. I thought they were going to be able to get an outright win, but I was just safe with the 7. Did not bet the money line. But I think it's a good spot for Denver. Their last game versus Detroit last week, that game went to the buzzer. If it wasn't for Jamal Murray missing fucking free throws, they would have definitely won that game. Now you add in Jokic. But the only thing that I will say is I don't like the spot for Denver. That's the only reason why I didn't bet it. They're in the first half of a back-to-back. They go into Madison Square Garden tomorrow. Detroit's in a second game of a 4-game homestand. It just doesn't seem like the most, like, I don't know. The deeper that I dig into it, I can understand why Detroit's favored at the crib. But it also feels like with Detroit being the number 1 team in the East, they're just going to start being overvalued on the sports books. But lean towards Denver, lean towards the over. And favorite player prop in this game is going to be Cade Cunningham over 1.5 3-pointers -144. I definitely think Cade can go over 1.5 threes. That last game versus Denver, he had a good game, but he only had 22 points, didn't go over his points prop. I think he goes over his points prop 25.5, and I think he goes over 1.5 threes if he goes over the points prop. 1.5 threes for one of the best point guards in the league is pretty absurd. Like, if he goes over, he can definitely go over real quick. It all comes down to the shot attempts. I would imagine the assists will probably get more attention. His assists are 10.5 with a little bit of juice towards the over. If you wanted to run a double-double in this game, it would probably be Cade Cunningham and Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, man. Dan, the more I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking maybe Denver, at least first half, might be a nice play. Detroit off of 2 huge scoring wins. They're a great team, but ATS-wise, just pretty 50-50. They beat Denver a few days ago. Denver off the loss. But
Denver first half of a back-to-back going into Madison Square Garden is the hesitation. Like, the New York Knicks game is 10 times bigger than the Detroit Pistons on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But I mean, getting back into the swing of things with being an elite team, maybe they're like we got to really step up our game to make sure we're in top.
Well, Jokic's still on a legit minutes limit. He only played 20 minutes in that last game, so it's like, I don't know, man. Like this could be a spot where people back Denver because Denver should have beat Detroit the last time that they played like a week ago, and then the shit really not end up working out like that because they're in the first half of the back-to-back and they're looking ahead to New York tomorrow. I mean, like, for the Madison Square Garden game is the game everybody wants to circle on the calendar.
Yeah, I hear you. I like Jokic, but like Detroit says, Dougie Wise. All right. Let's move on. Next game on the card is Utah and Indiana. Trade deadline can impact both of these teams, right? Utah, terrible. Well, they did get a cover in their last one on the road. Indiana on a back-to-back, lost at Houston yesterday, but they did still cover. They've covered all 3 on their current homestand, not by a lot, but they still covered. So, they're not an overvalued team at the moment, short term, as opposed to Utah, who clearly is, even though they covered in their last one. Trade deadline impact games always, proceed with caution. I was thinking maybe Indiana, even giving a few points to Utah, might be worth a shot here. Justin, what do you think about that?
I was on Indiana yesterday, and they covered for me. I really didn't want to go back to them and bank on this team, but at home, this is where you want them. I think the place to pay. Recently, they've been playing, since they got a little bit healthy, they've been playing a little bit faster. We've seen almost 300 points the last time these two teams played. That game was in Utah. So when I see a fast-paced game, I see Indiana. On the second leg of a back-to-back, I expect defense to be at a minimum. So I'm going to my guy, Isaiah Collier, 25+ PRA -115.
All right. Let me see where the line has. Yeah, not really. It hasn't really moved. It was like 3.5. That's kind of still where it is. Total, still where it is when I saw it. Billy Brisbane, what do you think of this? Maybe Indiana? Maybe? What do you think?
This is the Indiana spot. Last game of a 4-game homestand for Indiana. Battle of the tank type of spots. And when you're in the battle of the tank, that means teams that are looking to get future draft picks. Take the team with the worst record because they'll get closer in the standings. Utah has a better record than the Indiana Pacers. I think people are going to see the Pacers on the second half of a back-to-back, and they're going to back Utah just off of the fact that Utah's played better in the last couple of weeks. This is a trap spot. Indiana's to play. Indiana's at home favored. I mean, how many games has Indiana really been favored this year? I feel like the sports books are telling you everything you need to know. If you're betting this game, you bet Indiana minus 3.5. It's a good spot for them. I would lean towards the over. If you don't want to back the Pacers at chalk, I don't blame you. I would probably go team total over 119.5 minus 118. It seems like a good number. I think if Indiana wins this game, they're going to have to score some points. The one thing about the Jazz is the Jazz are definitely going to score. They're not going to play any defense, but they can score. I like Indiana in the over.
I mean, look, they've won 3 of 5 straight up. They've won 4 of 5 ATS, and the last time they were home favorite was against New Orleans. They won and covered.
Yeah, I think Indiana's to play here. That would be the only play I would be looking at. And it's the battle of the tank. If you really want to get into the script side of things, Utah's 15-35 this year. Indiana's 13-37 this year. There's not going to be too many opportunities that they're going to have an East versus West Coast type of matchup. If there were 2 East Coast teams or something like that, it probably wouldn't matter as much. But let's say if Indiana wins this game, then Utah's a game away from basically damn near being like one of the top couple picks in the draft. I would imagine if you're the Utah Jazz, you put some money in BYU's pocket to go get AJ Bonanza over there for BYU. You probably want AJ Bonanza to be the franchise piece to your team, either him or Carlos Boozer's son.
Yeah. Drewski likes the Pacers money line, and also Nesmith over points. All right. I think I'm probably going to wind up just very quickly. Justin, you liked Indiana last night, and they got the cover. But so why are you skittish tonight?
Well, they're on the second leg of a back-to-back, even though they ain't had no travel. It's just this team. I've been having bad luck with Indiana all year long, and I really didn't want them as a favorite. I had them yesterday because I felt like without Durant and on the road, and I just felt like I wanted them as a dog. I got 6 yesterday. Now I asked them to win or more than a possession, and they expected a fast-paced game. It's not something I really wanted to do.
Yeah.
So, and I just want to get to a prop, and with the fast-paced game, expected high points. Like I do like Bridges over, and I would kind of like the Pacers team total over, but I got a lot of success with Collier, especially with high totals. So I want to go back to him, and usually I just go to his assists, but I wanted everything.
Yeah, don't blame me. Collier's been a cash cow for you. It feels like his assist props going from 6.5 to 9.5, just ticker by ticker, game by game.
Yeah, all year long it's been going up. Like when I first started betting it, it was like over 5.5, over 4.5, and then slowly but surely we done made it up to 6.5, 7.5, and it still be juiced to the over. But I usually don't like his assist over when he at the crib, so I wanted everything. I expected him to get double-digit points. Probably like 13, 14 points, a lot of assists. And I don't know, I had a lot of bad luck with this Pacers team through the course of the year. So they got me right yesterday. I didn't want to lean on them again. I do think it's a back-to-back Pacers spot, but I want them as a dog. I don't want them as a favorite.
I hear you. All right, I'm back. I think I had an internet issue for a second, but now I'm back. All right, I'll probably add that one on. I'll think about it while we're going through the rest of the games. Next game on the card, Knicks and Washington. Knicks, of course, awesome right now. 6 straight up, and ATS wins, and all of those games went under. Actually, 8 straight unders for the Knicks. So they are winning, covering, and holding other teams down. Washington, though, they continue to be a scrappy team. Last week, I think it was last week, they were a big home dog. People were like, I don't know. And then the end of the show was like, I got to put them on. And they won that game outright. And now they're 6-2 ATS last 8, getting a big number here against the Knicks. Once again, just even though, I don't really want to, step in front of the Knicks train right now, thinking about Washington, first half, full game spread, and maybe Knicks team total under. If the Knicks do win to get a cover, it could easily be a very low scoring game, and they still don't get to 120. So that's what I'm thinking here. Justin McKelvey, what do you think?
When I first looked at this game, I did notice what Brizzy was mentioning about a back-to-back. So when I got to this prop that I'm on, I really wasn't worried about a blowout because I think that the Wizards, if I had to be on the spread, I think the Wizards could keep it. I ain't going to say close, but I think they'll keep it inside this number, so I'm not worried about a blowout potential. And then I look at the matchups, and I seen, I've been on him a lot, like almost every single game. He just keep cashing. I'm on Karl Anthony Towns over his rebounds. I got over 12.5 rebounds minus 127. He cleared this number in the last 3 games, cleared his number in the last game against the Knicks or against the Wizards. So I just think in the blowout, whether it's a blowout or not, I count on Towns. He hear all the whispers about him being traded, so I feel like he's gonna go hard. But he just keep catching, he getting all these rebounds, like big rebounds. So I just like the spot over 12.5 rebounds minus 127.
Okay, that sounds good. By the way, I will add on Indiana Pacers full game money line minus 147, first official play. Billy Brisbane, what do you think? I think I might add on Washington here, maybe Knicks team total over, although I tend to get burned when I get cute like that. But tough to fade the Knicks right now. But Washington is a legit dog with value until further notice, right?
Yeah, I mean, last month unders in the NBA went 139, 93, and 1, the most profitable under month in NBA history since 2005, which makes sense with the All-Star break being on the horizon. But we're starting to see these totals come down where there's value on betting the over, actually. And the Knicks, I'm kind of on the opposite side of Justin. I think the Knicks blow out Washington here on the road here. I think they get 7 covers and wins in a row. And I think the value could be on the over here. The Knicks should want to blow out Washington on the road here. Knicks opened up 11.5 all the way up to 13. That tells me the books are a little bit worried about it. With a big favorite, you either see the line stay stagnant or go down. The line's gone up. I like team total over for the Knicks. I think the Knicks run them off the court, and I think if they run them off the court, the over should hit on the full game. But I wouldn't be super convicted. I think the way to play this would be take your gamble at the total. If you think that the Knicks go over, then put that in the same game parlay. I think that would be the way to make money in this game. You're going to have to decide if you want the over or the under, and you put it with the Knicks, and you should probably get some good money on our same game parlay. It's been kind of like a sneaky way I've been kind of attacking like big lines in the NBA is do the actual research for the total and figure out if it's an over or an under, and you can get yourself some extra value here. But I think the Knicks are going to blow them out.
Wow. No,
You said you was on the other side of me.
Yeah, I think this goes over because they blow them out so bad that if they blow them out really bad, then I think it goes over.
I'm not on a total or a side.
Jason Myers says Knicks are on fire since their players-only meeting. They got Denver at home tomorrow on ESPN. Dougie Wise says just don't see the motivation for the Knicks. Wow. You think they're going to roll here, Billy Brisbane?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that they roll, but we got to roll too because we got a big podcast ahead of us. I only got 36 minutes.
All right. Okay. Let's roll. All right. I'm probably going to wind up adding, something from that game. All right. Next game on the card, Lakers Nets. Lakers coming off a tough straight up and ATS loss at the Knicks. They're 4-2 ATS though on their current road trip before that. Then they ran to the Knicks, who, again, are a juggernaut right now. Nets, of course, terrible off a 50-point loss at Detroit. Before that, they actually won straight up at Utah as a dog and had been covering big dog, home dog line here. Justin McKelvey, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, this is another one I had to get to a prop. I didn't really want to get to the Lakers. I don't trust the Lakers. It seemed like even if you take out the Knicks where they lost the previous game against the Knicks by 12, they play down to their competition and try to play up to the good competition, which sometimes works, sometimes don't. They're horrible against the three-point shot, especially in the forward position. I'm on Michael Porter Jr. 4+ threes at minus 115.
Okay. Billy Brisbane, what do you think? The Lakers actually pretty good on this current trip. Ran into the Knicks last time out, but maybe we give them a pass for that.
Oh, this is such a Laker spot. Say what you want about the Lakers, but when they get these bad teams, they handle their business. Since Christmas, the Lakers are 5-1 ATS of favorites of 5 or more points. It's a terrible spot for the Nets coming back from a long road trip. Their last home game was January 23rd. This is a Laker spot. Last game of the road, they lost that game against the Knicks on Saturday, but that means that they've been in New York since what? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. They've been in New York for 3-4 days. If anything, this is more of a home game for the Lakers than what the Nets have been. The Nets have been on the road for a fucking minute. This is a Laker spot all day. Got to figure out what the total here is, but this is a Lakers and under same game parlay spot.
Okay, Rod Zawacki people talking about Rod Zawacki likes Nets money line or Mets dollar sign. Drewski -9 on the road is gross. And
Shout out Rod. I like Arsenal. I ain't bet it yet, and I don't think I'm going to, but I also like the Nets.
I'm telling you, man, look into teams coming off of extended road trips back at the crib at the first game. Terrible record.
Oh, man, and then there's Dougie Wise, like in the Lakers' first half.
Kind of similar to like well, that's a story for another day.
Okay, let's let's move on. We're gonna keep a very brisk pace here, but I'm gonna add a bunch of stuff at the end of the segment. Atlanta and Miami is the next game. Atlanta off of 2 margin ATS losses, but they're trying to figure things out now. Roster wise after the Trae Young trade, and Miami off the 40-point home win over the Bulls. And again, Atlanta starting center is, he missed 2 games and kind of hurt them. So I'm not sure if he's going to be in here or not, but I was definitely leaning Atlanta as a dog, getting 5, which is the first line I saw against Miami. What do you think, Justin?
Yeah, I couldn't agree to be brisk, get Brizzy out of here. And my whole thought, one of my main important notes was, Heat as a dog, Heat as a favorite. We do not want the Heat. Okay, let me rephrase that. I do not want the Heat as a favorite nowhere, whether the road favorite, home favorite. Even my Atlanta Hawks, I got them +4.5 and -112. I think coming off the loss, Heat then played the Bulls 3 games straight. So I don't know. The Heat as a favorite, it's just a no-go. If you just look at historically, going back the last couple of years, it's just a thing. I don't know if it's something that I do or everybody does, but Heat as a dog, sign me up. Heat is a favorite.
Oh, Stacks betting on the Atlanta Hawks. I don't think the people understand. Stacks made a patent to himself. He said, "Not going to bet on the Atlanta Hawks game no more. I ain't going to bet on the Hawks games no more." He's playing this flag and he's saying the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm right there with them, man. I think this is a good spot, especially if Norman Powell doesn't play. This is the highest total on the card. I think this is the spot that you back Atlanta and their team total over. I usually like backing the underdog team total over in the highest total of the day, just in case they do win outright or if they do lose by maybe 5 points here. I think there's a lot of money to be had on the Atlanta Hawks here. This seems like the value side.
Yeah,
I felt like wrong team favorite.
Wrong team favorite. I definitely agree with that. I mean, if the Heat are out there without Norman Powell, how the fuck are they favored?
And
Even if he's in there.
It's now down to 3.5. Go ahead.
Yeah, I see it's moving towards the Hawks, but my thing is, even if Powell is in there, like, I mean, maybe there is people, maybe they live down South Beach, or maybe it's just me, but who the hell wants the Miami Heat land?
Yeah,
well, I don't know.
Hard Rock bettors in the state of Florida, and they only got one sports.
They get Hard Rock, and so I got a friend who live down in Florida, so I get it.
I can't imagine what the Hard Rock splits are on the sports book for this game for like.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard book. Through my sister lives down there. That's the only thing they could get down there, and I ain't gonna lie, that's a rough book.
Rough book, horrible lines.
I could never live down in Florida. It's a rough book.
Bro, Hard Rock's available in the state of New Jersey. Couldn't tell you the last time I played on it.
I got an account on it. I think I got like $114 on there, maybe.
Dougie Wise says Hawks win outright. I'm probably going to add on Atlanta. All right.
Well, I said sprinkle.
I'm sorry?
No, I said sprinkle the money line here. Well, I think we went outright.
Yeah, I think you go team total over, too. They win outright. They're going to have to score.
I think you can do all. I think this is just a team total over, money line spread type stuff.
It's definitely heading in their direction, and the total, of course, has gone way up. The first line I saw was like 237.5. Now it's all the way up to 241. All right, next game on the card, Boston and Dallas. Celtics off of 2 excellent home wins and covers as double-digit favorites, both very low scoring. Boston, like the Knicks, has been a very under-trending team over the past bunch of weeks. Dallas lost 4 in a row straight up, but they did cover their last 2, and they've been covering. They're getting a big number here, and I just, I'm assuming that Boston will be less defensive, less dominant defensively on the road here. I don't know if I can take Dallas even getting all these points. Probably gonna be a pass. Justin McKelvey, what do you think?
Yeah, I got 2 plays in this game, and you say you don't know if you can. I can. 100% I can. Just speaking about the Mavericks, I got the Mavericks +7, -112, and I got Cooper Flag over 20.5 points, -115.
I like the lips.
Yeah, I'm on Team Flag. Like, I don't. I'm not saying that he's box office, nothing like this, but I like his game. I think he got a lot of potential. Like this is his rookie year. This
You got to
Celtics,
dive into the narrative. The Boston Celtics was the #1 team that he grew up as a fan in the state of Maine. He always wanted to play for the Boston Celtics. He knows this is going to be a national TV game back at the crib. Everybody at his home out there are going to put this game on. It's going to be on the local channel. That is a great fucking play, Justin. I love that Cooper flag over, bro. That shit is certified smoke.
I don't lie. I ain't gonna cap to you. Like that gives me a lot more confidence. But when I capped this game for flag, it was more me targeting him against the Celtics. But just I didn't know that about being Boston and all that. So I love that. That makes me wanna. I'm gonna write that down for maybe a possible alt, even if it's just like 24.5, like some 25 plus points. But I love flag. I love the Mavericks in this spread +7 at the home. I want to spring on the money line. I don't know if I'll go into. Maybe I'll. Like not official, maybe off the show, like more I dig into it. Now that Briz put me on about flag, maybe I'll do a little money line and a 25 plus. But I just love flag. I love the Mavericks in this position. I don't know if they'll win outright, but I definitely expect them to keep this staying within this number. Last 10 games are 73 ATS, so I like the Mavericks.
It is heading in their direction a little bit. First line I saw was 7.5. Now it's 7, maybe headed to 6.5. Billy Brisbane, what do you think?
Yeah, to add to Justin's point, the Mavericks are a type of team that they play to their level of competition, for better or for worse. Against good teams this year, they've gone 14-5 ATS. As home underdogs this year, they've gone 12-6 ATS, and they've gone 5-2 ATS without AD and PJ Washington. That tells me that the books are hanging too high of prices on Dallas, and they're back to recovering these spreads. And I definitely think one could be in store for tonight. I didn't even think about the prop angle, but shouts to Justin for bringing it up about the Cooper flag shit, because if there was ever a team that like he would really want to snap against, it's probably the Hornets against Colin Kneppel, and it's probably the Boston Celtics, because that's the team that he grew up as like a fan of. Like you see it all the time, like kids. Like I can't imagine what it's like to be a kid in Maine and be a Celtics fan. Like you're probably a diehard Celtics fan at that point.
And now I get to play against them.
Yeah, at the crib, and I know everybody's gonna have this game on TV. Yeah, Cooper Flag's going off tonight.
Yeah, great analysis. Great analysis. I'm not going to add it as an official play, but I will probably tell you.
Real quick, I know Brizzy said he was in a hurry, but you said you didn't know if you want to get there, Pistol. What's keeping you off Dallas?
Yeah, what's getting you off Dallas?
Yeah, I'm just curious.
I don't even know. I guess just because Dallas is just they've been so good. When good teams that play good defense start to get in a roll, they start to do it game in and game out. It's just a little hard to go against. But yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. I was probably overthinking myself.
This seems like a parlay shitter spot where like people throw in the Celtics and their parlays like, oh, Celtics -7, that's certified. Oh, we're just gonna parlay that up with the Lakers and the Knicks, and then you fuck around and look at your ticket and see that the Celtics lost outright to the Dallas Mavericks. Like this seems like the parlay shitter of the night.
No, this is definitely the one. Celtics
like
money
how
line?
Are the Lakers the same exact price on the road against the Brooklyn Nets that the Celtics are against the Dallas Mavericks? But that don't make sense. That seems like this is a parlay shitter.
Because the Lakers not gonna cover.
Oh, Lakers are gonna smoke them.
They're not.
Full game.
Bro, the Nets haven't played at home since January the 23rd.
It's the Lakers.
If I liked the Lakers, it would be first half.
And the schedule after this game, the Lakers' schedule is bananas. Like you gotta look at their after schedule. I could just see them. I wouldn't say Nets money line. I didn't move on the Nets, so not to go back. So I'm not like saying Nets. But
Bro, I'm telling you, if you look at the layers of the game, the Lakers have been in fucking New York since Saturday. The Nets have been traveling all around the fucking world since January the 23rd. Bro, the last time that they've been home, fucking playoff football was still on the TV. It's like, how do you back a team that hasn't been home in about 2.5 fucking weeks? You got Michael Porter Jr. fucking around with Ice Spice and shit. Like, there's a lot of other they got their moral victories. They covered against the Nets. They covered against the Nuggets. They covered like 3 or 4 games at the end of that road trip. They satisfied. They're happy. This seems like
When is the last time the Lakers done played in the same gym? They've been on this road trip because of the Grammys. Like they change gyms every single game they play.
The Lakers are on this road trip, but they lost against the Knicks. So it's not fade the team on the last game of the road trip if they lost the game prior to the last game of the road trip, and they're in the same exact city. They're in the same exact city. They just stayed in the same exact hotel for 4 or 5 days.
So that means they blow out the Nets because they ain't leaving New York.
Wow.
You bet it.
All right, let me just quickly, just for line purposes, 4 plays I am going to add. I'm going to take Washington plus 13.5 minus 112. I am going to take the Knicks team total under 120.5 minus 109. I know Billy Brisbane tells me that's a bad idea. And I'm going to double up on Atlanta. First half plus 2 minus 105 and plus 4 full game minus 115, even though I agree probably to win outright.
That's why everybody, we all betting the Hawks. I love it. I love that.
Wise says Lakers money line a lock. Lakers own the Nets. I would definitely be leaning Lakers first half, not full game. Though.
I don't even think the Lakers money line's a lot.
Yeah,
I think the 375 is it. Hey, if you like something today, little 2-pick, I'm gonna be doing it.
Zoe Faye likes Lakers first half and Celtics money line parlay. All right, let's move on. Next game is the Bulls and Milwaukee. Chicago, of course, off a 43-point loss at Miami, who's no great shakes. They've lost their last 5 games against the spread, and straight up they've lost 4 of them. Before that, though, they've been good for a stretch. Milwaukee, though, of course, worse. 1-8 straight up and ATS over their last 9. Last 9 was a 28-point loss at Boston. Trade deadline is probably going to matter here for both teams. Which team is more likely to bounce back? I don't know. Free play, I put it on Chicago first half, but that's just free play.
This is the worst fucking game of the card. Do not bet this with your worst enemy's own money. If you think you have an angle in this game, shit, you need to go to your local fucking gas station and go grab yourself a lottery ticket because this game's shot out.
Drewski likes Bulls money line, and if free play, I'd put it on Bulls first half. What would you do, Justin?
I'm literally right with both of y'all. Free play, I would be on the Bulls. Other than that, I didn't even cap this game. I felt like the spread was too low. I don't want nothing to do with the Bulls. They just got slaughtered against the Heat. Milwaukee, they can't score. They can't beat nobody. They're still trying to figure out when they're going to push the button and send Giannis to the Knicks because news break. That's where he's going.
Yeah,
he's going to the Knicks.
I feel like the team vibe though is worse with Milwaukee right now than Chicago, you know?
But it's not about the team vibe. The part that's scary or the part that I don't understand or the part that we're trying to understand is, are the Bucks tanking? Because it seems like they're tanking. Like if you looked at their record in the last 2 to 3 weeks since this Giannis shit came out, it looks like they're deliberately losing basketball games. Like they know that they have to prepare for the future. This is the best NBA draft to try to build your future franchise player around. Like this is one of the best draft class in a very long time. It's deep as fuck outside of like the top 3-4 guys. So it's like this would be the year to tank. But if they weren't tanking, this seems like a trap spot on Chicago. So it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. If you gave me a free bet, obviously I would have to take the Bulls. But something in my gut tells me we're going to keep on fading the Bucks. And they're going to end up winning these fucking short spread type of games, and people are going to start getting pissed off about the Bucks because you're not going to know if they're tanking or not.
And I think this line is short.
It's so short, bro. If the Bulls were really going to win, this line would be 4.5, 5.5.
I think the Bucks, they know they can't get Peterson. I think they're tanking. I don't know how to say his last name, but dude from BYU, Diabonce.
AJ Bernard. This is a deep draft class, Joseph. I'm right there with you. You got Peterson, you got Cameron Boozer, you got AJ Bonanza, you got a bunch of other guys. Like this is one of the deepest draft class. Like you can get yourself a franchise player with the 15th pick if you play your cards right.
Anywhere in the top 10, you cool.
Yeah, like you just got to be top 10, and you're starting to see teams like the Utah Jazz start tanking. That dude that owns the Utah Jazz, also the same guy that slipped a couple dollars in BYU's pockets to go get AJ Bonanza. Like,
why is they kidnapping and holding hostage marketing? Like what is they doing?
I don't think that they're getting the adequate trade value back for Larry Markkinen. That's the reason why he keeps on staying on the Jazz. Like, people are trying to give him like peanuts and pennies for Larry Markkinen. It's like, Larry Markkinen's like fringe R-star.
All right. Well, that was a great breakdown of a game that everyone agrees you're crazy if you bet. So let's move on. Next game on the card, OKC. They tanked, and look at them now. Look at them now. They're off a win and cover against Denver in their last game. 4 straight league games before that. They're only laying 7.5 or 8 here. Orlando off 2 really nice home wins. Then they lost at the Spurs in their last game. I don't really know. I was thinking that Orlando first quarter might be a sneaky good play here. OKC off that win. Still probably a little bit overvalued in general. And Orlando off the Spurs game. I was thinking Orlando first quarter, but other than that, I don't really know. Justin, what do you think?
Lick your lips.
I didn't get to nothing. What'd you say?
What'd you say?
You got to lick your lips. First half of a back-to-back. Guess who they got on deck tomorrow? San Antonio.
OKC.
OKC plays San Antonio tomorrow.
Right.
Here we go, round 5.
Round 5. This is a look ahead. Get in on board. Don't tell your friends to tell. But the Orlando Magic gonna cover the 7.5.
And I didn't know that, and I didn't bet this game. I didn't look ahead either. But my first thought, I don't do first quarter, so I guess you could say me and Pistol align. I was thinking Magic first half, but I was also thinking the under more importantly. And the only reason why I was thinking first half is because I was thinking early and often, and I just don't bet first quarters. I can't.
Yeah.
I feel like I've never in my entire life won a first quarter bet. So
not in the NBA, bro. Too much weird shit happens in the first quarter of the NBA. You fuck around a couple fouls, and then like the refs be calling shit a certain way, and then like look at the Pelicans and Hornets game yesterday. Of like the Hornets are getting blown out by like 30-something points in the first quarter on Bet365. If you had the Pelicans, you got paid out. And you know what? The Pelicans, they didn't even cover the spread full game. Like, that's the NBA for you. Don't stick your handicap on the first quarter, in my opinion. Like, first quarter is not it.
No,
that usually just happens to me when I expect that there's like kind of a crappy team but I think is going to have an edge early, but they're too crappy, so I'm too afraid to bet them for a whole half. So, I wish I could bet him for like 6 minutes, which you can, I know, but like,
And my first quarter looks, I would, like when I was betting them, I want home teams. I want home teams in that first quarter, like coming off of like the second leg of a back-to-back where they got blown out. Like, I don't want a road team especially against this Thunder, but I wanted to try the first half, and I definitely wanted to try the under. It don't seem like Orlando will score unless they play fast-paced teams, which the Thunder are not. But with all the injuries that the Thunder got, I don't know, it just seemed like a big number. It's moving towards, when I first seen it, I seen 7.5. So it's slightly moving towards Orlando. I don't want to get involved in this. I don't want to fade the Thunder. And I definitely don't want to back the Magic. So I stayed off.
You know what? I am going to make Orlando first quarter official. We'll see how it goes. Billy Brisbane, you got anything on this one?
What's the number on that, Pistol?
This is like damn if you do, damn if you don't. You gotta back Orlando in this spot. I mean, like if there is a spot that the Thunder actually probably are about to be locked in for, it's got to be that Spurs game at San Antonio. That's gonna be like, I don't see how much energy and effort that they put into this game. Granted, it's the fucking defending champions. They could win this game, but not cover. This line opened up at 10.5, and it's down to 7.5, going back up to 8.5. Yeah. So this is like wait around a little bit, but this is an Orlando spot. This is like, I don't like betting. This is one thing I don't like to bet. I like to bet on teams I think are gonna fucking win. I don't care what the spread is. I don't care what the number is. It could be plus 5.5 if I think they're gonna win. Like Kansas against Texas Tech last night. Had Kansas on the money line, had Kansas on the spread. I thought they were just going to win. The way you lose in sports betting is by thinking you're betting on value. I don't know if Orlando Magic are going to win this game. I don't think that they win this game. But I really am confident in this plus 7. Like, I really think that they can cover the 7 points. This could just be one of those games where, like, OKC is up by like 12, 14 points. You see the starters sit on the bench for a little bit longer than what they usually do going in the fourth quarter, and then Orlando backdoor covers the spread. That's kind of how I see this one playing out. So if you won the wait live, I wouldn't blame you.
All right, well, I'm going to take first quarter. It's plus 2.5, minus 110. Dougie Wise says only way Orlando covers is mob shit. Maybe if I need it, there'll be a little matcha order to help me out a little bit. I'll take it. You know what I mean? All right, let's move on, guys. Keep a brisk pace. Next game, a very interesting one. Philly against Golden State. Philly, of course, off a back-to-back. 4 straight-up wins, 3-1 ATS in those. Embiid played yesterday, so he's not going to play tonight. They won at the LA Clippers by double digits. And Golden State off a home loss to Detroit as a small favorite. And, this is a kind of trade deadline stuff surrounding Golden State as well. I was thinking, and Philly just, small sample size, but this year they have not been good when Embiid's out. I was thinking Golden State, very low total kind of, so I was thinking maybe Golden State team total over. Golden State's a favorite here. What do you think, Justin?
I didn't get there, but I'm probably going to get there. I do like the Warriors. We've seen this game. I think the Sixers won earlier. It was a low-scoring game. Neither team scored 100 points. It was like 99 to 90-something. And I didn't read nothing about what he was going to play. I just assumed that Embiid's not going to play on the second leg of back-to-back. He played 30-something minutes yesterday, so I feel like he ain't going to play.
He smoked the Clippers. But none of the starters played for the last, 7 to 8 minutes. I was watching that game the whole entirety of it.
Yeah, but the starters don't imply to be, but has he ever played a back-to-back game all year? So I think it's going to be a heavy Maxey load. I wanted to get to Maxey 35-plus points, but I also wanted to look at the Warriors' money line, then they got away from me. So ultimately, because I missed the line, but if I could have found a tag team partner with it, I probably would have did a Warriors money line with something, but I ain't find a tag team partner with them, so not before the show at least.
Yeah, right now it's up to about -3, -110. Money lines like -150. Billy Brisbane, what do you think about this?
But the 76ers on the second leg of back-to-back, they like one of the best teams in the league. Like 7-1, 8-1, something like that. So
Justin just took the handicap right out of my mouth right there. Sixers are one of the best second half of back-to-back teams. They're 8-1 ATS this year. No Curry? No Curry. And you laying points at the Warriors? Yeah, I'm gonna take the Sixers. But this parlays into another spot. Thursday is the game. The Sixers, Lakers. Usually I don't ever back a team on a long road trip. That's the game. Circle that game for Thursday. That's the money game, money spot. If the Sixers win tonight against the Warriors, fade the fuck out of them on Thursday against the Lakers. Now, if they lose tonight, we'll go back to the drawing boards. But if the Sixers win tonight and we win the first 2 games of this 5-game road trip, we're getting smoked on Thursday against the Lakers.
Okay. All right.
I think they lose tonight, and then we take the 76ers points on Thursday.
Nah, this is a Sixers spot, man. You're getting the Sixers plus money against a Curryless fucking Warriors. I'm not gonna second guess this. Lakers, Sixers all day. This is the same exact shit people was doing with the Clippers game last night. Clippers this, Clippers that. Shit ended up going, and Sixers ended up closing as the favorite, and they ended up smoking the Clippers, and it was a cigar game. This is another cigar game.
The only thing about that is, with everything you just said, why are the Warriors favored? Especially not just
because Embiid's not playing, bro.
Curry not playing. That's a huge.
Embiid's not playing.
The Warriors are the favorite without Curry.
Embiid's not playing, and Embiid has been
against the best ATS team on the second leg of a back-to-back, which I'm sure
Embiid might have scored the most amount of points in the NBA in the last 2 weeks.
All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Golden State team total over 111.5 -113. We'll see how it turns out. A lot of interesting stuff, and people in the comment section pointing that stuff out. No. Oh, sorry. Whoops.
And it seemed like, if you go back, it seemed like when Curry's ruled out early, we knew all along Curry was out. I seemed like those are the games that the Warriors win. It just seemed like, oh no, the Warriors or Curry's out, let's fade the Warriors. It don't seem like it go that way. I couldn't be on the Sixers in this spot, but it's hard to fade 8-1 ATS in the second leg of back-to-back.
And at plus money, it's not like you're paying -4.5 for the Sixers. You're getting this is where the value comes back into play. But you're getting good value on the Sixers. It's a good number on the Sixers.
Yeah. All right.
I'm not super convicted on it. If I had to say an equivalent for whatever I put on this game, I would be putting 3 times as more on the Thursday game.
Drewski like Sixers team total under. All right, I'm not sure what I just took the. You think? God, all right, I want to keep a brisk pace, but Billy,
What did you just say? You made the official the Warriors team total over.
Yeah. Justin, if you had a free play and you had to take either Sixers under or Warriors over, which would you put it on?
Sixers team total under or the Warriors team total over?
Which would you take?
It'd be the Warriors team total over.
Which would you do, Billy?
Man, y'all sleeping on the Sixers, bro. I'm telling you, I watch this team play every fucking day. We're hot right now.
All right. They might get an outright win here, and the game scores over, and the Warriors team total over goes over anyway. I'm making that official. All right. Last game on the card. Here we go. Phoenix, Portland. This is another tough one, right? Phoenix off 25-point home loss. Portland, 3 straight big margin ATS losses. Both guys dealing with injuries. Obviously, Booker is hurting Phoenix, also with their scoring as well. Portland, a small home dog here, and a pretty low total. I was thinking maybe the total is too low because everyone's out. I think this is going to be a pass game for me. What do you think, Justin?
I didn't get a number. I did. I actually fell asleep and woke up like 20 minutes before the show started, so I didn't get a chance to make this bet. But I'll be on Donovan Clingan over his points and rebounds wherever it's at.
We got to go down the Donovan Clingan route today, man. I got to do it too. If you're in, I'm in.
Yeah, when I was capping the game, I was going back and forth. Like, do I want his double-double? Do I want his points and rebounds? Or do I just want his points? Do I just want his rebound? I said, I don't want his double-double. So I scratched that. And it's in my bet slip, but I'm on my phone. I woke up, and I was like, shit. But I'm on his I'll be on his over. I don't know. I don't have a number because I didn't get it, but I'll be on his over points and rebounds, Donovan Clingan.
I like that angle, man. Donovan Clingan's a rebound magnet.
He really is. That's why I was like, damn, double-double or points and rebounds and just points and
fuck around, have 16 rebounds with 7 points. You'd be mad as fuck.
No, it was his points is the reason. It wasn't the rebounds. It was his points is the reason why they want to bet the double-double.
Trust me, I know. I've been burnt on the Donovan Clingan double-double just off of him not scoring 10 points, and that shit be pissing me off. It's just like, how are you an NBA player and you can't score 10 points?
He had like 9 points and like you said, like 21 rebounds.
Lowest total on the card here. I think this is a Blazer spot. Second game of a 5-game homestand. Suns coming down. Eventually, the Suns' number of them being the best ATS covering team in the NBA. No way we're finishing this season with the Suns as the best team ATS-wise in the NBA. So I think it's times and opportunities to start fading them in a little bit.
And all right, yeah, that is. It's definitely moving in their favor. It's down to like 2.5 or 2. So moving in Portland.
Can we slide over to college basketball real quick before I get on out of here? Because this is one of the one days that I really do have a spot, and I'm really fucking with it, and I'm really leaning with it. We're going to the first game of the day, going down to Buffalo, New York. Get your jackets on. It's gonna be a little bit cold here. Number 23 ranked team in the country, Miami of Ohio. Going into Buffalo, take Buffalo on the money line. Take Buffalo on the money line. Miami of Ohio, the streak tonight, 22-0, gets broken. If you look at their last game, I was on Miami of Ohio in a parlay. They should not have won that game. That game went into overtime. Miami of Ohio won 105-102. Buffalo has given them their best game this year. And I think back at the crib, back at home, take Buffalo. Now, the one caveat is, I told this to everyone, don't look at the fucking stats. There's no fucking stat that's going to support that shit. If you look at KenPom, you look at the ATS, you look at whatever the fuck you look at for college basketball, it's not going to help you. Everybody has access to these stats.
It was at Miami. Went to OT. What about looking at that?
I definitely think the over's in play. Yeah, the over certified smoke.
It went to OT. When the first time they played was in Miami, and Buffalo took them to OT.
Yeah. 105-102, and Miami won that game on some bullshit.
Yeah.
This is the spot of the day. People are going to put Miami of Ohio in parlays. They're going to parlay them up. They're going to think it's good money, minus the 4.5, parlay the money line. This is the trap spot of the day. Team's 22-0. They ain't lose no fucking game. You look at any fucking stat or any Ken Pom thing, it's going to tell you Miami of Ohio. But this is a Buffalo spot. Take the Buffalo Bulls today on the money line. If you want to take the points and be safe, you could be safe. But if you want to make some money today and put your shit on the table and get ready for the weekend, Buffalo Bills on the money line today.
Right, and on that note, Billy Brisbane, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate whatever you can give us, whatever time. Man, Justin McKelvey.
He really called them the Buffalo Bills before he left.
You have any? Oh my god! You have any times I fucking like missay the wrong thing? I just hate it when I mess up and I say over when I meant under. I'm like, oh man.
I'm gonna write it down, but I don't know if I got. I don't know about that. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna look into it. That's a tough ask.
Spoons Bets likes Miami as one at -4.5 as one of, so maybe this lands on 5 and Spoons Bets wins and
see that makes it even more rough to tell.
Billy Cash is Buffalo is a weird team. They tend to have not good first halves at home, which could be just a small sample size anomaly, or
if that's the case, then we wait till the first half. We wait till halftime to bet Buffalo.
Right. Exactly. And Miami struggled early in their last game as well. And wow. I don't know what to think, man. Billy Brisbane loving Buffalo. Spoons Bets liking or loving Miami of Ohio. Buffalo did take them to OT earlier in the year at Miami and lost straight up, but it was an OT game. They were a big dog there. Now they're getting 5 here. Man. Okay. Let's see if anyone in the comments section has anything to say about this one. I'm going to totally stay way up. Kelly McInnes likes Miami -5. Man. Okay. That's it. Stout Fenn likes Miami, Ohio first half. Yeah. I was thinking about Miami, Ohio. If you gave me a free play, I'd put it on Miami first half. And then depending on what happened in the first half, I might come back on top the other way with Buffalo. All right. Justin McKelvey. The rest of the college basketball card, there's some stuff that's interesting, some stuff I'm liking. What do you want to share with us that you're liking on today's card, if anything?
This ain't going to be popular, but it's an early game. I don't know which one is exactly. Different books had them early. We'll go to Kent State and Toledo. And when I capped this game, very first thing I thought of was Spoon. And I retweeted his plays. And he said he's going to bet this live, but he didn't say who he was going to bet live. But I'm pretty sure he's going to be on Toledo. But I'm on Kent State. I'm on Kent State +1.5. They're coming off a blowout loss. They own this Toledo team. And I know it's going to be rough with Toledo at home, but they didn't beat Toledo. They'd already seen them earlier in the season. They won by like 3 or 4 when Kent State was at home. But they didn't beat this Toledo team 8 out of the last 10 times. Kent State coming off a blowout. I'll go ahead and fade Toledo. I like Kent State +1.5. However you want to get it, money line, Kent State. I like the small numbers like that. I don't want to lose by 1 and be on the money line. So, and it's actually Stacks play today. That's how much I like Kent State.
This was, the first game that they played in Kent State was close. First line I saw was 1.5. That's right where it is right now. So it doesn't look like there's been any line movement on the one way or another on the side or the total right around 162. Yeah, man. I was thinking, I thought that the line was a little bit suspiciously low. I thought that probably Toledo should have been a little bit of bigger favorite. So maybe that, supports your look on Kent State. In general,
they beat this team all the time. Like they beat them 8 out of the last 10 times. So It's like that's the reason why it's low, because it's like they own this team. And the only thing that made me nervous, and I didn't really know for sure if he's against them or not. The only thing that made me nervous was Spoon. Mm-hmm. But I really like Kent State, so I like him enough to go against Spoon and tell him that if he's on Toledo, you're on the wrong side.
Kelly McInnes says he wants Toledo, but is waiting. Yeah,
waiting for what?
For the line to move in Kent State's favor, I guess. Kent State.
I think it's going to move. I think it's going to move. If anything, it'll move towards Toledo.
I thought the line was a point or two lower than I was expecting, especially since Kent State has been generally overvalued this year, and Toledo has been rolling ATS. Now, some of those were very close ATS wins, but still, historically, I always thought going back years, I always thought Toledo was one of the teams I was like, they might be doing some funny business because they'd be like really good and then really bad and suspiciously so. But this year, that doesn't seem to be the case. They seem to be like a solid, reliable team. So I was leaning Toledo myself, but the line didn't make sense. And now there's been no movement. So it's very interesting. I'd be leaning Toledo. That's what I was thinking. But I understand why you would be liking Kent State. All right, what else do you want to bring to our attention, Justin McKelvey?
Ole Miss and Texas.
Mm-hmm.
No, Tennessee. Ole Miss and Tennessee. And this is like my favorite spot on the board. I think they're going to win this game. I'm on Ole Miss. I got plus 12 minus 110. I think Ole Miss is going to win this game. Tennessee got Kentucky coming up next. We're in Kentucky. I think it's a look ahead. Definitely, though, I think Ole Miss will stay inside the number. Tennessee's on a 3-game win streak. Coming off the Auburn win. I feel like they're in the sandwich spot, but coming off the Auburn win at the crib and then got to go on the road after this game to go play Kentucky. Ole Miss is on a 3-game losing streak. They covered all 3 games. Yeah. So my whole thing is like this is a big number to ask a team that is losing, but they stay inside the number. So I'm on Ole Miss. The number I got was plus 12, minus 110. And I didn't write it down, but I did sprinkle it. I put a quarter unit on the money line.
Yeah, I'll tell you my take on this one. In general, Tennessee's been a bit overvalued. The opening line on the total was 137.5, and that seemed a little low to me. I didn't quite understand it, and now it has gone up. It's up to about 139.5, but the total is now in Tennessee's favor. It's now 12.5 for Tennessee. And again, you're right. I don't quite get it. Tennessee team, historic, the year in and year out, they tend to be overvalued. Especially as a favorite like this. And that has been the case this year. And Ole Miss, like you said, losing but covering. They seem like they have some fight to them. And why would the line be moving in Tennessee's favor? I don't quite get it.
Everybody love betting Tennessee.
They do.
Tennessee doesn't beat Bama. They doesn't beat Auburn. Like I'm saying, Tennessee nice. But when you ask them like 12 points, 11 points, 12 and a half, that's a big ass when you got Kentucky on deck.
I like betting Tennessee when they're a dog, but when they start to become like a favorite like this, I always feel really nervous. And the total has gone up. Tennessee does sometimes play clamp down defense. I wonder if they're going to do that here, though.
I really think they're going to lose.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you one thing that I will do. I'll start off. I will take Ole Miss team total over. I'll start with that. Ole Miss team total over. It's just 63.5 minus 119 here. I'll start with that. I was liking just the regular over as well. I don't know if I want to double up, though. Justin, what else are you liking on today's card?
Those are my only officials in college.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we have about 25 minutes where you can talk about the entire college basketball card. I did look into this game pretty in depth, and there's a bunch of things that I'm liking, and I'll share it with everyone. Let me just line chop a little and see if I can get a better line on the Ole Miss team total over. There you go. All right, I'll just take 63.5 minus 119. Look at the comments section. Let's see. Texas Sports says if Tennessee loses, then the under should be a lock. Yeah, they do sometimes really clamp down. Oh, boy. Texas Sports loving the under. All right. I was liking here we go, AM with some college basketball stuff. Let's copy and paste this, and I will tell you what I'm liking on today's cards. A bunch of stuff that I'm actually liking. So let's see. AM liking Xavier UConn over. See, I like the first half under on that one.
I like Xavier.
Yeah, that is also a lot. I was leaning Xavier again.
I got Xavier. I wrote down things that I haven't bet yet, which I would probably bet like this afternoon. I got Xavier with all them points.
Free play, no question, it would be Xavier. I like the first half under. Connecticut, UConn, of course, when they play well at home, a lot of times they have very strong defensive first halves that are low scoring. He's also liking the BC Duke game over. That's a lot of points. I mean, Duke is obviously way better, but I was thinking BC first half might be worth a shot. And Air Force Grand Canyon, he likes the over. That's tough because Air Force is playing very low scoring end. But those are the plays AM is liking. All right, let's go down the card, and everyone in the comments section, I'll just glance and tell me what you think. I'll tell you what I was thinking and what I bet. Miami, Ohio, I'm staying off, and now I don't even know who to root for. Billy or Spoon's bets. I don't even. Maybe I won't even watch it. Canisius Niagara, Spoons Bets likes Canisius plus 3.5, and now it's down to 2, and I agree with that. I definitely hit it, and I'm not sure if I want to give it at the current number, but we can go back to that. But I agree with that. Akron, Eastern Michigan.
I didn't bet it, but I didn't bet it, but I did have. I didn't know. I didn't even know it moved. I had Canisius plus 2.5 whenever I wrote it down.
It's kind of down to like 2.5 right now, and I definitely agree with it. I don't know if I want to give it official. Akron, Eastern Michigan is very interesting. Akron is great, of course, but they're always a big favorite. They don't always cover. And Eastern Michigan continues to be a great ATS bet on the year. And they were getting like, I think the opening line was 12 or 13. I don't remember what the opening line was, but now it's down to 11.5. This is 12. So a small move in Eastern Michigan's favor. I didn't take it because it's scary, but definitely leaning Eastern Michigan. VCU Fordham, Spoons Bets likes VCU minus 7.5. And, I can certainly understand that. VCU has been good. They have been overvalued. Their last 12 games, 10-2 straight up, 4-8 ATS. So here they are again, a big favorite. They have been good on the road, though, ATS. 3-1 ATS on the road in those 12 games. Fordham's off a great win at George Washington. So I wanted to take VCU here, but it's just so scary because of, just laying a big number on the road like that. I might add that one on first half. I definitely lean VCU.
Are you going in order?
Go ahead. I'm sorry?
Are you going in order?
Oh, no, I'm going down the pinnacle list. All right. Yeah, sorry. All right.
I don't know. I don't know the list, but I did bet Davidson.
Oh, okay.
It's crazy. I didn't write the spread down, but I like Davidson.
All right. I'm gonna go in the ESPN order now. All right.
Okay.
So yes, Xavier UConn, Stacks is liking Xavier. I'm definitely leaning that way, although I didn't bet it. And AM likes the over. I understand why. I kind of like the first half under. First game did go very high scoring, though, when they played at Xavier. BC Duke, again, man, Duke 6-1 ATS their last 7, but so is BC, believe it or not. I was thinking BC first half might be worth a shot, and I might add that one on. Again, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Stacks like an Ole Miss. I made Ole Miss team total over an official play. I thought the full game was a little bit low. People in the comment section saying that the game might go under. Southern Illinois, Illinois State. I was leaning Southern Illinois first half. Southern Illinois can be bad on the road, but leaning that way. VCU Fordham, again, I'm leaning VCU first half. Maybe I'll parlay VCU first half with the Lakers first half or something like that. St. Bonaventure, Dayton. Dayton, 4 straight bad ATS losses. Now they're back home, and Dayton, we might find out, Justin McKelvey, in a year or in a month that Dayton was doing some funny business. They're weird in the first half, Justin McKelvey. And I'm just saying they're weird. I mean, I'm a weird guy. I'm not ready to judge a team for being weird. But
they're gonna get investigated.
I was leaning St. Bonaventure first half in that one. I did bet it, and maybe I will add it officially. Western Michigan, Ohio, that's a tough one. Western Michigan getting a lot of points, but that's a pass. Kent State, Toledo. Justin McKelvey liking Kent State. Spoons Bet supposedly waiting for the line to move and leaning towards Toledo. Central Michigan, UMass, man, that's a tough one. Pass on that one. Ball State, Bowling Green. Bowling Green's been pretty overvalued on the year. Leaning Ball State, but that scares me, so pass on that one. South Carolina, Texas. That's interesting. Texas is way better. But Texas, of course, off of a big win at Oklahoma. They came back from behind. It was a huge energy game for them. And now they're laying a big number against South Carolina, who sucks, but they can be okay at times. And they're coming off of 2 straight up home losses. One of them was an embarrassing blowout, and then they lost an OT to LSU. I was thinking South Carolina first half might be worth a shot. Justin McKelvey.
I was thinking South Carolina full game. I got it wrote down, but I didn't bet it yet.
Yeah. It's just that Texas is way better, all things being equal. You know what I mean? Yeah, I might add that one on officially. Then here you go. I know you followed DePaul and St. John's kind of close, Justin McKelvey. So I know you looked at this game. St. John's is rolling. Now they're back on the road, laying a big number at DePaul. And DePaul has been good ATS. They are off of a road loss, but they covered that one. Now they're coming back home, and it's a big game for DePaul. They're getting up for it. I think Rod Strickland is getting inducted into the DePaul Hall of Fame or something. It's like a big game, and sometimes there's big letdowns when that happens.
Wait, who?
Strickland? I don't know who it is. Someone is getting inducted. It's a big game for DePaul. That's the only thing that matters. There's a lot of energy.
That's funny.
What?
Josh Strickland? No,
I don't know.
I got the Paul. I got the Paul underline. I didn't bet him yet. I just thought it was a big number for the Paul.
I don't remember who's getting inducted, but or
Like
maybe no
Rod
one's getting
Strickland was the coach of.
it's a big game for DePaul. There's a lot of energy surrounding it. And so I was thinking maybe DePaul first half, maybe team total over, something like that. St. John's is rolling, but DePaul can hang. ATS. Indiana State, Evansville is a tricky one. I do like Indiana State first half. I think I'm gonna give that one officially. Illinois, Chicago, Murray State. That's a weird one. Illinois, Chicago has been excellent ATS, and Murray State 5 straight ATS losses. Murray State won at Illinois, Chicago earlier this year when they were winning. Now they're losing. They're laying a big number. That one I'm going to pass on. I might do more research into it and do something, but as of right now, pass. Valpo and Bradley. Valpo definitely rolling ATS. Bradley off a great road win at Drake, but before that, they were overvalued. And it might be a little bit too obvious, but I was thinking that Valpo might have some value again, especially first half. Bradley also seems vulnerable first half at home. That might be shenanigans or just psychological stuff, but that's a weird one. Then LaSalle, Loyola, Chicago. Spoons Bets likes Loyola, Chicago -2.5. And Loyola, Chicago covered their last game, but in general, they've been terrible ATS. LaSalle, kind of the opposite. They're off of 2 losses, but before that, they had actually been pretty good ATS. So interesting that Loyola Chicago is a favorite, and Spoons Bets likes
I got LaSalle. I got LaSalle first half wrote down.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. LaSalle first
Yeah,
half.
that's what I got. I got it wrote down.
But then when I see Spoons Bets, that gives me pause. All right, if I'm going too fast or whatever, or people in the comment section, let me know. Edwardsville, Lindenwood, leaning Edwardsville first half. They're pretty good on the road. UT Martin laying a big number at Little Rock. UT Martin's a team that I am afraid to fade right now. I definitely like the under. First line I saw was 137. I haven't checked to see where that's gone, but I like the under at least a little bit with high confidence. Here we go. Pitt, Virginia. I don't know if you looked at this one. Pitt slumping ATS recently, but they've been pretty close to their spreads. And Virginia, off of 2 road games, they won, but they lost ATS. Now they're back home. Pitt, of course, way down first half from their last game at Clemson. So Pitt's kind of up and down. They're not great, but they're not terrible. And I was thinking Pitt first half.
I got Pitt full game or Pitt Virginia over. I just think it's a whole lot of points. This Virginia team is good, but it's not like the Virginia teams that we've seen over the years. Like we're used to Virginia teams playing 51, 54 type games, but this Virginia team, they put up a lot of points and they play fast. Pitt sucks. I live out here. Like there's no hope of Pitt being good. I don't even go to Pitt games. They're like $9, $11 for Pitt games. I don't even go, but I like Pitt. 2 touchdowns, a lot of points.
Yeah. I think I'm going to make them. I also was saying maybe leading over, maybe Pitt team total over, which is just 63. I'll review all this and make some stuff official before we get out of here. Yeah, then the St. Louis Davidson game, man, that is tough. St. Louis, awesome. But of course, they don't always cover because they're too big of a favorite. Davidson coming off a huge road win at Richmond. Now they're back home. And man, I don't know. I have my note here. Can Davidson keep up? I guess lean Davidson, but probably just best to pass. But you like Davidson? You said?
I do.
Mm-hmm.
I like them a lot. I didn't bet them yet, but I like them a lot.
Yeah, that is really scary for me, but I understand it. I do. Drake Belmont is interesting. It's going to be a pass.
Who you liking that game? I wanted to bet Drake. It's like 8.5 or what? 8.5, 9.5 point.
Yeah, it's a tough one because Drake's off. I mean, Belmont is obviously better, but Drake's off a double-digit home loss. Belmont's off their big 100-point win, and Belmont is all over that. Sometimes they can be held very low scoring. I was thinking free play. I'd probably throw it on first half under, just thinking maybe Drake will try to slow it down. It's scary to bet under with Belmont.
I like Drake.
Yeah, that's a scary one for me. Then Nevada, Boise, very tough. Nevada is very tough to fade. Boise's in a bounce back spot, but I
like that over.
In Nevada,
Boise State, Nevada. Yeah, I like that over.
Yeah,
Boise coming off that. They're coming off that GCU loss, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I like Boise off that loss. Put up a big number, I think. And Nevada, they can help it out. I think it was 140 something. I just wrote down the over. I didn't get to it, and I was going to finish doing it this afternoon. I didn't get. But I like the over in that game. Yeah,
the first line I saw was 146, and now it's still there, 146. Yeah, I mean, I think you might be right because both of these teams are kind of Nevada's just a good team, tough to fade, and Boise definitely in a bounce bet. That I might tail that. I'm not going to add it to my official plays, but that's a nice thought there. Then a very tough one. I don't know if you looked at this: NC State and SMU. NC State, of course, 4 straight very nice covers on the road, 3 on the road. Last one, a double-digit road win at Wake Forest, but they really suck. And SMU has been bad ATS. Lost 4 of their last 5. They're not getting many points, but I was thinking maybe SMU first half.
I bet this game.
Yeah, what'd you take?
I wasn't going to make it official because it wasn't stacks, and it's a rough bet, but it's just something that I really like. I took SMU. I got them +3 at -113. And I don't know, it's hard to fade a team that's coming off of a loss where they was winning. They was beating Louisville, and they end up losing and not covering. But they're at home where they're 12-1 the last 13 games at home. But they got 1 home loss this year. That's hard to I can't fade that. So I bet SMU. I got +3, but I bet it and then wasn't confident enough because I love Kent State and Ole Miss, and I'm really trying to work on my record. So I didn't want to add SMU, but I bet it for anyone who cares.
Well, Matty Ice says SMU money line. I was leaning SMU. Matty Ice says SMU money line. Dimitri Mamo 6515 says I'm on SMU money line. The market does not. Looks like it's headed in NC State's favor as of right now, though. I think I might add on SMU first half. We'll see. Air Force Grand Canyon, of course. Air Force is bad and they're losing ATS, but now you got a huge line. Grand Canyon like a 25-point favorite. They're good. They're off a big home win, a tough one against Boise State, but I'm just going to pass. I'm liking the over there. And then I don't know how much you looked at this one. Rutgers, UCLA. Rutgers now 7-2 ATS in their last 9, but they're 2-7 straight up in those. But they're covering as dogs, and UCLA good, not really steamrolling anyone. ATS and UCLA, of course, off of that tough double OT home loss. And UCLA can be good defensively when they want to be. I was thinking maybe under and first half under. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I didn't get to that game. I wanted to bet. I wanted to get to Rutgers, but out west, I can't do it. UCLA coming off that disappointing loss.
Yes.
So, but I don't know. That's a whole lot of points for a Rutgers team, but I left it alone. And there's one more game that they should be coming up next that I got to lean towards, and I'll probably be on the other side of the spoon.
Yep. Indiana, USC, a very interesting one. Indiana is off of that double OT win at UCLA. They're playing well and covering right now. Is this a letdown spot here? I'm not sure. USC, they've been good. They're off of a straight-up win, but ATS loss at Rutgers. And I was thinking maybe USC here, but Spoon's Bet says he likes Indiana, and the line has definitely moved a little bit in Indiana's favor. USC started, I believe, as a small favorite, -1, and now I believe Indiana has flipped to be the favorite. What do you think, Justin?
Yeah, I didn't make it official, but I did bet it. I got the USC money line. I think it's a bad spot for Indiana, but it wasn't like a stacks play. It wasn't something that I was strong enough to make official. But I'm on USC. I feel like when East Coast teams go out west, and not even so much that Indiana is really an East Coast team, but who the fuck is knocking on my door? But traveling west, I feel like teams get one out of 2, and they already got their one in overtime, so I don't think they'll get this one.
Yeah, Spoon's Bets does think they're going to get this one though, which is interesting. I was leaning USC. I don't know. Right now, I'll just add on. This might be I don't know, man. I'm going to add it on. It might be iffy. It might be stupid, but I'm going to take Rutgers, UCLA first half under. I'm going to have to take 66, not 66.5. I thought I was going to be able to get, but I'll take it. 66 -110, and I'll make a whole bunch of plays official when we go over everything. Let's see what people are talking about. I mean, the thing is, I would like to check the matchups to see how Indiana and USC match up. I was thinking USC, but very concerning. The Spoon's Best likes Indiana. Then UNLV Fresno, that's a tough one. Fresno, small home favorite. They've been excellent ATS. And then Wyoming, San Diego State. San Diego State's been great ATS. They're also off a road loss at Utah, and they crushed Wyoming already once this year. Wyoming's off a win. San Diego State's a big favorite, but I was thinking that San Diego State, at least first half, might be worth a shot. Justin McKelvey. And it has now moved in their favor.
I don't know nothing in San Diego State game.
But you're listening to what I'm saying, and do I sound like I'm going crazy or onto something? That's the thing.
Oh no, I was listening. I was trying.
Go ahead.
I said I was listening. I was trying to see who the fuck is knocking on my door.
Tell them to get the fuck away. You're busy right now. Man, I would love to do another one of these first half money line parlays, maybe like San Diego State parlayed with the Lakers, or maybe with VCU. Definitely liking VCU first half here against Fordham. Jeez. I think I will do that. All right, I'm going to have a lot of official plays here in college basketball. That's right. We got about 8 or 10 minutes before we're going to bring on AM to talk NHL. So let's look at the comment section, and then what we're going to do is we're going to watch Justin go try to figure out who the fuck is knocking at his door, and I'm going to make some plays official. DC Capper.
I see who it is.
Oh, you see it? All right, okay. DC Capper likes Texas minus 12.5 full game. All things being equal, makes a lot of sense. But it's not a great spot. I'm leaning South Carolina first half. And Ron Crawford, okay, no USC for me. Justin McKelvey, Ron Crawford, college hoops play of the day, Indiana. He could have used VCU. He could have used any of these teams. He took Indiana. Play of the day.
Yeah, that's rough.
What are they seeing? Wow.
I already bet it, so.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let it go and hope for some mob shit or some variance to go in your favor for once. Wow, look at that. Ron Crawford spreadsheet play of the day is Indiana. Shout out to Ron Crawford. ACI Cook 3707. I like Indy. Lamar Wilkerson, he's real. All right, I am going to make some stuff official here. It'll take a little bit of time. It might be boring TV, but we got about 10 minutes to go, and so I can make a bunch of these things official, and I'll line shop a little bit to see what I can get. All right. So
while you line shop, I gotta
you gotta run.
I gotta before I go. I know you said you got 8 minutes.
Yeah.
But before I got a hockey pick.
Oh yes.
I ain't gonna lie, the last two is crazy. The last two I gave out on here lost, but I've been killing Medicaid. In my hockey picks. I don't want the last two, but I'm on Edmonton and Toronto Maple Leafs over 7 minus 103. I got it at. I just love this over. When I see sevens and start seeing the juice, and it's juice to the under, that's because this line should be a 6.5. But I love this over.
Okay. Sorry. All right. Now I'm back. I think I had another internet issue there. I got to reboot my my thing before I do these shows. The thing, I Edmonton is tough as a big favorite, but I was thinking that in this spot I might take them -1. My only concern is just that Edmonton, of course, gave up 7 in their last. They themselves gave up 7 in their last game, and there's been locker room talk about how they want to get better on defense. That's the only thing that makes me nervous about that. So when I saw that, I'm like, they might actually try to do something just for one game.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I already bet it, but I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, when I read that, sometimes these big offensive teams, it's just lip service, or sometimes they really mean it and just can't do it.
Well, hopefully they score 8 by themselves then.
Or they, exactly, which is entirely possible. Or
hopefully they score 8.
They hold the other team down for 2 periods. They put up 5, and then in the last period, they're like, all right, we proved ourselves on defense. The other team gets 2, they get 3, and it soars over. Yeah. I mean, NHL is definitely like that. We're going to glance at the comment section, and then we're gonna make some shit official. Spoons Bets tells us that he fell asleep on lunch break. Oh, huge note for the Toledo game. Rob Whaley Jr. has been stuck in concussion protocol. If he's out again tonight, I'm putting 1.5 units on Toledo. Wow.
Well, I guess me and the Spoon going down that road then.
That would explain. Wow, look at that. Yeah. There you go.
It's crazy. I don't even know who that is. Who he said.
Well, I can tell you he's 6'8" and 300 pounds. That's a big dude right there.
Who he play for?
He plays for Kent State.
And he out?
Yeah.
So one dude up being out, make him want to bet.
Well, yeah, one
Do
dude.
you?
I mean, he may as well be two dudes. He's 300 fucking pounds, 6'8". It's a big dude. Zoe Faye says, yes, sir. If the big man is out, lay it. But then why hasn't the line moved then?
Because they're not going to win. That's why. Toledo's not winning this game. I don't care who in, who out.
Matty Ice says, Edmonton team total over, best NHL bet on the board.
So that one dude, under that theory, let anyone, and I'm not really so much of a trend better outside of hockey, but that means, so he's been there eight straight games. They beat him 8 out of 10 times.
Kent State over Toledo?
Yeah, Kent State beat Toledo 8 out of the last 10 meetings.
But Toledo historically has been a little bit of one of these fishy teams, though. They always made me scratch my head.
And if Kent State didn't come off an embarrassing loss, like,
yeah,
they just got smacked. Like, this is Kent State spot. Chill out, Spoon.
All right, well, here you go. You're on Denver, Justin McKelvey, and Ron Crawford. NBA Play of the Day is Denver. That's good to hear. And,
that is good to hear.
His NHL Play of the Day, Tampa Bay in regulation. That's an extremely interesting game because Tampa Bay, of course, is coming off of that huge, outdoor game where there was a fight and a lot of scoring, and they came back.
Yeah. That's the game. Didn't the goal? I was watching that game because it was outside. Didn't the goalies get into a fight?
All sorts of crazy shit happened. It was just intense.
Yeah, like the goalies was getting to it.
There was fight, love, scoring, and everything. And so I was thinking about taking the other team first period, even though Vasilevsky is awesome. There you go. Ron Crawford's spreadsheet play of the day is Tampa Bay in regulation. They are a huge favorite. We're going to see what AM has to say about that. All right, we still got about 5 minutes to go. Let me go down the card, and I'll tell you what I'm going to make official. Miami, Buffalo, pass, and I can't even root for either side because Spoon's bets on Miami and Billy Brisbane on Buffalo. Akron, Eastern Michigan, pass. Canisius. Oh, man. Yeah. All right, I won't make it official. Xavier, UConn. I will make the first half under official, and I'll shop around for it, even though I know that AM likes the over in that one. And Xavier can be very high scoring, and so can UConn. But, when UConn is playing well at home, they won the last one by a big margin, though, so they might not come in here and be, mad at themselves. I'm gonna hold off on that one. Definitely leaning first half under, but I won't make that one official. BC Duke, should I do it? Should I take BC first half? Is BC just they get so many friggin' points, and they're bad, but they're not really that bad. The first half would be 15. Oh man. All right, maybe I'll hold off on that one too. Would love to take BC first half. Ole Miss, Tennessee. I already made Ole Miss for team total over an official play. Southern Illinois State, I'll pass on that one. VCU, yeah. I do like VCU first half. I think I'm going to use VCU first half spread, and I will also use them VCU first half money line parlay with San Diego State first half money line. I'll quote the lines for all of those. St. Bonaventure, Dayton, got to do it. I'm going to take St. Bonaventure first half. If the fix isn't in, I'll eat the loss. Kent State, Toledo, man, interesting game. Going down. South Carolina, I'll take South Carolina first half. I'll take it, even though it's scary. St. John's, DePaul, man. DePaul can play. I think they can play. I'm going to take DePaul first half, and I'm going to take DePaul team total over. I'm going to take both of those, and I'll quote the lines while we're doing Indiana State first half. I will definitely take that one. Indiana State first half. That's going to be official. A lot of official plays. I'm going to line shop around. Oh, I would love to take Valpo first half. Yeah. That's a great draw. Yeah, I will take it. I'll add on Valparaiso first half spread. Of course, getting the points. LaSalle, Loyola, Chicago. That is a tough one. SIU, Edwardsville. I'll take that one as well. SIU, Edwardsville first half. It's going to be a spread, getting a couple of points. Little Rock and UT Martin. I like the under. It was 137. I'm almost sure that it's gone down. Let's see where it is now. UT
That's
Martin.
who I didn't. I had Little Rock, Arkansas. I got them underlined too. I
Well,
had all
you
these
saw
games underlined. I missed that one.
it's about UT Martin is scary to fade. These lines haven't moved really. UT Martin, first line I saw was about 7. That's right where it is now. Total about 137, and that's right where it is now. I don't quite. Is UT Martin going to have a higher scoring than normal game? They might. Definitely leaning UT Martin under though. Game under. Oh man, look at this. Look at this. I mean, UT Martin can get up there, but more often than not, they don't. Little Rock can look at that. What's going on here? What's going on? All right, I'll take that. I will add that one. I'll add Little Rock, UT Martin full game under as an official play.
What is that under?
137. I in my notes here, I was like, "There's no way that line's going to be there." Game time. I mean, but it's there. Let's see. Pitt first half. Yes, taking it. Pitt first half spread, and I agree. I'm also leaning over and Pitt team total over as well. And that line, yeah, it's now up to like 142 and a half. That total. I'd definitely be leaning Pitt team, and I will add that one as well. Yes, I'll add Pitt team total over. I'll add that one. All right, and then St. Louis Davidson, man. I hope you cash it, Davidson. I agree with it, but I don't have the balls to bet it. Let's see, going down. Nevada, Boise over. That's interesting. SMU. I'm going to take a shot with SMU first half. I'm taking it. SMU first half. Air Force Grand Canyon tough. Rutgers, UCLA already made the first half under 66 minus 110 official. Indiana, USC. Man, not a chance in hell I'm betting USC now. With Ron Crawford's spreadsheet play of the day and Spoon's bets, both like in Indiana. And then San Diego State. I'm going to parlay that with VCU first half, but San Diego State just minus the points, at least first half, and probably full game as well, are probably both good bets. All right, and that's it for college basketball. Justin McKelvey, you want to review? Oh, yeah, and then let's quickly just review our NBA stuff as well. I made official Pacers Pacers full game money line minus 147. Washington plus 13.5 minus 112. Knicks team total under 120.5 minus 109. Hawks first half plus 2 minus 105 and full game plus 4 minus 115. Orlando Magic first quarter plus 2.5 minus 110 and Warriors team total over 111.5 minus 113. And I do like the Lakers first half. I wanted to use their money line and parlay it with something, but you know what? I'm just going to take first half spread. I'm going to take Lakers first half spread against the Nets. And I'll find a line for that one now. Justin McKelvey, please review your NBA and college basketball picks while I look for that line. Thanks so much.
I'm on the Denver Nuggets plus 4 minus 110. I'm on Zaire Collier, the Utah Jazz, 25 plus points, rebounds, and assists, minus 115. I'm on Karl Anthony Towns over 12.5 or 13 plus rebounds, minus 127. Michael Porter Jr. of the Brooklyn Nets, 4 plus threes at minus 115. I'm on the Hawks, plus 4, minus 115. I'm on the Mavericks, plus 7, minus 112. I'm on Cooper Flag over 20.5 points, minus 110. I will be on, I just got to get a number. I'll send a number to Jose. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, I'll probably take the low line, but I'll probably alt the number up a little higher. I'm on Donovan Quinn over points and rebounds, whatever that number is. I'll take it. And then that's my 8 official in NBA. I got in NHL, I got the Maple Leafs, Oilers over 7 minus 103. In college basketball, I'm on Kent State plus 1.5, minus 110, stacks play today. And I'm on Ole Miss plus 12, minus 110, stacks play today.
All right. Justin McKelvey, a great show once again. And I'm going to, find my official lines here while we're doing the NHL section. We're just doing the best we can to make everything up to the second. We're going to talk NHL. It was a great segment. Justin McKelvey, man, thanks so much. We'll talk to you again next Tuesday, baby.
Stacks.
All right. And now we're going to do NHL. with I got so much shit going on here with AM. We got 7 NHL games on the cards. And there you go. All right, AM. Thanks for doing this. It's a little bit chaotic. Everything gets chaotic when it's college basketball. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Even if it were just NHL, it'd be pretty crazy. All right, we got 7 games on the card. Bunch of things, few things I'm liking, and a few things that I think I'm liking, but I definitely will not be liking if you warn me off of them. Everyone in the comment section, get ready. Let's start. First game on the card, Columbus and New Jersey. Columbus, man, that coaching change really helped them. They didn't win 10 out of their last 10 games, but they did win 9. Columbus rolling. This is also the first of a back-to-back. They come home tomorrow. New Jersey, not bad, not great, kind of 50-50. You know, New Jersey, first line, I didn't check the line move, but they were a favorite. So, you know, Columbus won 9 out of 10, and that's not a fluke or randomness, or that's because of the coaching change. And then they were getting a dog line against New Jersey. Kind of a high total. I was thinking maybe under. Both teams might have guy out. Jack Hughes, questionable. Marchenko, questionable, I think, for Columbus. So, I don't know. This is going to be a pass for me. Is there anything you're liking here?
Yeah, I actually moved on the Devils.
Okay.
I grabbed them at minus 106 about a few hours ago. Just a system pointing me to them here to bet against teams that have scored 4 or more goals in their last 3 games, and they're now on the road. So, you know, I agree. I mean, Columbus has been one of the hottest teams in the NHL. You know, if I was just going off of what I think would happen, I would be on Columbus all day. Yeah, I'm going to be on the Devils here. It looks like it's Merzlikins confirmed. So I definitely like seeing that. If it was Jet Greaves, I'd feel a little worse about it. But I think the Devils might, you know, I think they'll at least compete here. You know, Blue Jackets, they have played their worst hockey on the road. So, yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, let's see what people in the comments section have to say. That does make the line. Let's actually see, guys. There's so much stuff going on. I'm getting my college basketball lines that I'm gonna make official. Let's check the line move here in NHL. Here we go. And whoa, I don't know if you caught this. Wow, there has been a move towards Columbus. Look at that. It's now even on both sides. I wasn't expecting to see, I guess, well, I mean, I'm not shocked by it, but yeah, pretty significant. I thought it was going to close roughly where, now it's even on both sides. I guess it's not that big of a move, but about a 10-cent move in favor of Columbus, which is kind of
I mean, I think it makes sense to me. I mean, like I said, I mean, Columbus has been one of the hottest teams. You've been making money if you've been betting them. I don't think Columbus is a bad team. But, you know, to pick them price with New Jersey here, and then I got a system that's kind of pointing me towards them here. I was willing to bet them.
All right, let's look at the comments section. In 1 second, hold on 1 second. See what people have to say about this one, and then we'll move on. Yeah, Jason Meyer going against a 5-0 team at almost even money, lean Devils. And Wine Time Sports, small plan, the under 6. I was thinking about the under as well. 6.5 at like minus 130 or so. That's what I was actually thinking about. All right, let's move on to the next game. Washington and Philly. This is another interesting one, right? Washington, they've now won 3 in a row. They were struggling for a while, but they have a nice little roster, and they may have turned a corner recently. They are in a back-to-back. They won at home yesterday. Philly mostly losing. Right, you see this all the time in the NHL. A team that you look over their game log, you'll see a win here and there, but mostly you're seeing losses. Right now, they're a favorite against Washington, which I guess does make some sense because Clay Stevenson is this new goalie for Washington who's been good so far. But I haven't checked who's confirmed. But when I checked before the show, he was listed as unconfirmed to play on a back-to-back. He's only had a few NHL games. He's played well. So I guess I do understand in light of that why Philly would be a favorite, maybe, although I think that might be an overreaction, man. Philly looks like a legit bad right now. What do you have on this one?
Yeah, so I don't know who the goalie is. I see the potential projection of some guy I haven't heard of, Garen Bjorklund. So, yeah, I mean, regardless, you're going to be getting a backup goalie with the Capitals. It's the same system that's putting me on the Devils is going to put me on the Flyers here.
Mm-hmm.
Betting against a team scoring 4 goals or more in 3 games on the road. I actually think this is a pretty good game to get on the Flyers. Flyers have been really bad, but this Capitals game last night, so they're on a back-to-back, and that was a really important game for them. They're going to be in direct competition with the Islanders for a playoff spot. I was actually eyeing like a week ago. I couldn't get myself to pull the trigger on it, but betting Islanders to miss the playoffs and Capitals to make the playoffs looked really nice. I just had the Capitals higher in my power rating. So, but it wouldn't surprise me if this might be a game they drop. I mean, getting a win against Philly is, helpful for their cause, but that win last night was crucial. You got to catch the team in front of you. So that win against Islanders was really important. Just think this is probably a good spot to buy low on Philly. The line's kind of interesting as well. 2 teams kind of going in opposite directions, yet Flyers are favored. So, yeah, I'm taking a shot with the Flyers. And then as far as a total, I'm not betting the total or anything. I'm not betting any totals tonight, but I kind of think this is going to be a bit of a under game. But, yeah, just Flyers for me. I got a minus 130 on them.
Yeah,
The Memphis Grizzlies are trading Jaren Jackson, John Conchar, Jack Lindell, and Vince Williams Jr. to the Utah Jazz.
Wow.
For Walter Clayton, Slow-Mo Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, whoever that is, George Niang, and 3 future first-round picks. So Jaren Jackson to the Utah Jazz.
Okay. Very nice. Very, very interesting. Jose Bouquett. I love it, man. The only two better broadcasting voices that I can think of in the history of humanity than Jose Bouquett are Walter Cronkite and Don Lemon. That's it. Those are the only 2. Other than that, I would rank Jose Bouquett as number 3, third greatest broadcasting voice of all time. All right, let's get to the next game on the card. Here we go. All right, Ottawa, Carolina. Ottawa's on a back-to-back. They won at Pittsburgh yesterday. They've now won 4 in a row. Carolina, not unbeatable, but they're very good, obviously. So, of course, this is a spot where you might want to think, all right, Carolina's good, rest advantage, and we'll take them. But at minus 200, maybe this is overvaluing rest issues, rest factors, and at least early, Ottawa, first period to score first, something like that, getting a big number. AM?
I don't have a bet on this game. There's 2 things though that I think are pretty interesting. So this is kind of a bit of a revenge spot for the Senators. And they're in really good form right now. So I definitely understand the movement towards them. I got nothing to get me there myself. But the other thing, I think this might be one of the better overs on the board as well. Carolina has, for whatever reason this season, has just been an over team at home, like by a significant margin. They're just at home, goals are scored. And then the same thing is to be said about the Senators. Senators at home are an under team, but Senators on the road are an over team. So I think there's probably a lot of goals scored here. I think the over 6.5 is a pretty decent look. This might be one of the better overs on the board, but those are 2 things I was looking at, but nothing official for me here.
All right, sorry, I'm having some internet issues, but hopefully we'll be okay the rest of the way. Let's see. Comments. Yeah, Jay Jizzy says on paper it looks like a Carolina spot, but the Senators looking for some get back. Might be smarter to look at the total goals. Yeah, what about like the Ottawa team total over? Man, my internet issue just mess with. Whoa, and okay. There has been a pretty big move towards a huge move towards Ottawa. The first line I saw opening early at a sharp place was Carolina like minus 200. Now it's down to like 170. So it's been like a 30-cent Ottawa move, which makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a pretty rapid revenge spot. I mean, they played less than 2 weeks ago, and Ottawa lost at home. And like I said, Ottawa's Ottawa's a quiet, like a very good team. I don't know if they sustain this level, they're gonna be in the playoffs and make some noise. I don't know if they'll be able to, but yeah, the opening price was kind of crazy. I know Carolina at home is usually a team you want to bet on, but I know I don't normally bet first period stuff, but I think a first period Senators might be kind of sneaky. But either way, I think that or anything related to goals, I think there's just going to be a ton of goals here. It like stands out like a sore thumb when I look at just the splits between these two teams. It's average total for Senators on the road is 7.2, and average total for Carolina at home 6.8. I just think there's going to be a ton of goals here. So some of that might be a little inflated because of Ottawa's goalie situation in the past, which now they have Linus Ullmark back. I don't know if he's playing tonight. That's the thing. I mean, if it's Reimer, my God, there's going to be so many goals. But that's the only thing that is actually starting to make me think of, like, maybe that's the reason why this line was open at where it was. Because if it's Ullmark, I mean, I think this price was wrong. But with not having a goalie confirmed yet, and there's always the prospect of Reimer, coming out here. That line movement isn't going to feel so good if you got Reimer in that.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take Ottawa first period money line plus 135. I'm also going to take Ottawa to score a goal in the first period minus 144. And I think the total has gotten bet up. I'd be leaning Ottawa team total over at 2.5 minus 128. But I'll just hold off and I'll just stick with those two plays. Officially. All right. Next game on the card, Buffalo, Tampa Bay. All right. Tampa Bay, big favorite here. They are the Ron Crawford spreadsheet play of the day. Buffalo's on a back-to-back. They beat Florida yesterday. They've won 6 of 7. Overall, they're just a very good team. Tampa Bay, obviously, also awesome. They've won 6 of 7, whatever. But their last game was that huge outdoor game. It had everything. Scoring, fights, love, goalies, everything. Everything you could possibly want in that game. Huge. And Tampa Bay won. Now they're coming back here as a huge favorite. Even more so than the Carolina game. I was thinking Buffalo early has the advantage, but it is the Ron Crawford spreadsheet play of the day. Full game, though, in regulation. What do you think?
Yeah, so Buffalo qualifies for a system I track, but this system has been a big loser this year. So I'm not betting the Sabres, but yeah, I keep track of, all these other systems just to, if I get a system that's losing, it just alerts me to stay away. At this price, I get the appeal of the Sabres here. I mean, they've been playing incredible. At the same time, I'm not rushing to bet Tampa. I think the line's efficient. So I don't bet against these systems. It just keeps me away from, the Buffalo side. But yeah, I mean, if I gun to my head, I'd probably have to play Tampa. It's just too expensive. This is going to be an interesting game, though. Tampa's has a few teams now starting to breathe down their neck for the Atlantic. Atlantic division's gotten really tight. A lot of good teams there. Lightning off that big win. This game has a lot of levels to it, honestly, because yes, you have Buffalo coming off of the back-to-back in the Florida split, which after winning game 1, that's usually a spot that you automatically want to fade them. But, Lightning had that big emotional win last game at that outdoor game.
Yeah.
And they also have Panthers on deck who are at the bottom of the division, but that's still an in-state rivalry, probably something they're, maybe at least a little bit looking at. Easy pass for me. I'd probably lean towards the under, but I just got no bet on this game.
All right. Well, I will take a shot with Buffalo first period. Usually take the money line or a goal, but this one could easily be 0-0. So I'm going to take Buffalo first period plus a half goal minus 154. I'm going to take it. We'll see. It could lose. Oh, no, but minus 150. Minus 150. Buffalo, first period plus a half, minus 150. Love to take a shot with like Buffalo full game somehow, but I guess I will. There's no way in hell I'm going up against a Ron Crawford, especially this kind of a game where it's a Ron Crawford.
The system Buffalo qualifies for, it's been bad. So I really would, I'd probably advocate to stay away from Buffalo. So.
Okay, let's move on. Next one, Pittsburgh and the Islanders. Pittsburgh, of course, a revelation, winning game in and game out, really getting it. They are not an old and cooked team like some people were saying they would be this year at the beginning of the year. They're on a back-to-back. They lost at Ottawa yesterday, a close game. Ottawa's an excellent team. That's forgivable. And before that, Pittsburgh had won 6 in a row. Islanders also on a back-to-back, also off a loss to a surging team, Washington. So both teams on back-to-backs, off of forgivable losses. Isles were a small favorite when I first saw it. Not sure what to think here. I guess my lean might be to the Islanders because, a team like Pittsburgh, they really playing great. Now a loss, now a back-to-back, a little bit of a hangover maybe, a bubble burst kind of thing. Lean Island, free play. Before I hear what you have to say, I'd put it on the Islanders. What do you think?
Yeah. If Islanders were priced just a little more of a dog, if they were plus money, this would be the best bet on the board. I'm still on the Islanders. I'm gonna fade Pittsburgh after dropping a game and snapping that winning streak. Both teams on a back-to-back, and just like I mentioned earlier with the Capitals and that being an important game, it was equally important for the Islanders. And that was a game where they had their backup goalie. I don't know who the goalie is tonight. I expect we see probably Sorokin. Sorokin's already confirmed. I think this is a really important game for Islanders. And so the team the Islanders are catching are the Penguins. They win this game, they're tied in the division. Like I said, if Islanders were even plus 100, this would be best bet on the board. But I did move on them minus 108. I definitely like the Islanders here. I think they'll definitely show up and get a win.
They're actually.
I was going to say, wouldn't be surprised if this was a bit of an under as well. This game is important for both teams. So I think this might have a bit of a playoff feel. Pittsburgh also on the road, about a goal less average totals on the season. So I think the under might be sneaky.
Yeah, it's moved about 20, maybe 10 or 15 cents in Pittsburgh's favor though, which is kind of interesting, right?
Yeah, I mean, it does not surprise me. The better team is Pittsburgh. There's no doubt about that right now. Pittsburgh been making people money, been the hot team. I think there's just probably a lot of action coming in on Pittsburgh, but I'm happy to be on the Islanders here.
Yeah. I'll take a shot with it as well. I'll make it official. Islanders money line minus 105, and I do kind of agree with you on the under as well. Who's going to be in goal for Pittsburgh? It's going to be Skinner, right?
I assume so. Yeah, it's not confirmed, but
it's almost certainly going to be Skinner, and he's not so. I don't know what to think. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna hold off on a total, but I've been leaning under. All right, next game. Tell me what you think. AM. This is one of those classic games where I think I'm seeing something that's kind of obvious, and if you have nothing really strong one way or the other, I'll stick with it. If you warn me off of it, and especially if you're like, no, Toronto's the best bet on the card, then no way in hell I'm on it. Toronto on a back-to-back. They won at Calgary yesterday. I know they got Nylander back, and but they're just a kind of an underwhelming team. Maybe less underwhelming on the road, but still. They're a team that I've lost a little bit of money on in recent weeks. Expect them to do better than they have. And Edmonton, up and down. They got some wins. Now they're coming off a 7-3 home loss. They had won 3 in a row before that. Yes, Edmonton can be trappy as a big favorite, but they're not minus 240 here like they are in other spots previously. Like minus 180 was a line I saw. I haven't seen where it moved. And a very high total, as you would think. And I've been reading in the, that there's locker room talk about how they want to, at least for this game, at least try to be better defensively. So my thoughts were Edmonton -1 and maybe Toronto team total under. What do you think?
I'm on the Maple Leafs here.
Okay.
Yeah, so just I'm gonna fade teams after with the snap winning streak. Oilers 3-game winning streak dropped against the Wild. You know, that was a bit of an embarrassing game. That's one thing that made me hesitate a little bit on it. But I'm still just gonna do it. Oilers also have Calgary on deck at Calgary, so you get the Battle of Alberta game right before taking the break. You know, this is Toronto's last game before going on the break, and they've kind of started to round a corner from that losing skid. They were definitely disappointing. Now they're, you know, against lesser quality opponents, sure, but they've been playing better hockey. So I don't think this is a letdown spot. I think Toronto, you know, being where they are in the standings, they're probably going to want to finish strong going into the break. So I'm definitely on the Maple Leafs here. It looks like the line's moved a lot. I got in late, so I got a plus 160, but yeah, I'm on the Maple Leafs. And then as far as a total, yeah, I kind of agree with what your sentiment was. Everything will point you towards the over.
Mm-hmm.
But I also kind of agree with your sentiment. You know, they got embarrassed allowing 7 goals. I wouldn't be surprised if not to mention they got shaky goalies. I mean, I think defense might be a bit of a focus for them.
You're right. You know, yeah, it's definitely not a letdown spot for Toronto, but they suck, don't they? They really do suck. I know you don't really think of things in those terms when you're handicapping, but
I don't know if the Oilers have been good enough to command this kind of price, though. I mean,
yeah,
I maybe at home, but I don't know.
All right. Well, I don't usually do this, but I'll take, I've had an okay record in NHL overall. So if it loses, it loses. I'm going to take Edmonton -1, money line -174, puck line +128. I'll make a one, and I'll shop around for a little bit better. I'm going to take a shot with it. It's, I don't like doing that when it seems very obvious and someone like AM is on the other side, but I am going to do it. So we'll see. And yeah, there's no way I'm going to take a Toronto team total under at 2.5, even at plus money, but we'll see how it turns out. Just one play for me. All right, now let's move on to the last game on the card, Seattle and Anaheim. Seattle have now won 4 in a row pretty impressively. Last at Vegas. Anaheim also pretty good overall. And, I don't, this is, two teams I don't really want to fade either one of them here. And I would have liked to have taken Anaheim at like -120 or so, but the first line I saw was more like 150. But I couldn't pull the trigger on that. Before we talk about it, let me see where it's moved. Yeah, it's moved about 10 or 15 cents in Seattle's favor. I guess I'd be leaning Anaheim, but probably not worth the bet, even at -135 or so. What's your take on this one, AM?
Yeah, I don't have any systems to get me there. But I mean, Seattle's got some rapid revenge. This is definitely a pretty important seedings game. I mean, they're tied in points in the Western Conference here, or what is it, Pacific Division. So this is an important game. But yeah, I would definitely be leaning Seattle. I would that was an important game. The Ducks came off of beating Vegas. I like them there. But man, the Seattle team's hot right now. I don't know if I would be able to get in front of them. Yeah. Not to mention, like I said, it's an important game for both sides. Seattle's got some revenge. Just played on the 23rd. And let's see. I don't know about the goalie situation. Yeah, no one's confirmed yet. Yeah, nothing official for me here. I would definitely be leaning Seattle. I think this game should probably be a bit closer to a pick 'em. So, but yeah, nothing official for me here.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised to see what the line was, and if I saw like -115 or -120, I was like, I'm gonna shock the world and take Anaheim as an official play, but it didn't happen, and it's not there yet either. All right, so let's just quickly review our official plays, and then we'll let you go. AM, again, I'm on Ottawa first period money line, +135. Ottawa first period goal, -144. Buffalo first period +0.5, -150. Islanders money line, -105. Going directly against AM, which I don't like to do, although it does make the videos a little bit more interesting and fun. Edmonton -1. And I shopped around the money line minus 176, puck line plus 132. And please review your official plays. Thanks so much.
Yep. Sure. I'm on the Devils money line minus 106, the Flyers money line minus 130, the Islanders money line minus 108, and the Leafs money line plus 160.
Oh, man. Love doing videos with you. AM, thanks so much.
Yeah,
Hopefully
thanks.
very soon. All right. Right on. All right. We kept a brisk pace. Very quickly for anyone who's tracking, I'll tell you the college basketball lines that I did officially get. And I didn't have time to line shop, so I just took, the big offshore sharp book and used those lines, and I'll shop around a little bit after the show, see if I can get anything a little bit better. But again, college basketball, Ole Miss team total over 63.5 minus 119. Rutgers, UCLA first half under 66 minus 110. VCU first half minus 5 minus 106. And VCU first half money line parlayed with San Diego State first half money line. That's minus 253 for VCU and minus 410 for San Diego State. St. Bonaventure first half plus 5 minus 118. South Carolina first half plus 7.5 minus 109. DePaul first half plus 6 minus 113. And DePaul team total over 67.5 minus 102. Indiana State first half money line minus 133. Valparaiso first half plus 5 minus 115. SIU Edwardsville first half plus 2 minus 107. Little Rock and UT Martin under 137 minus 108. Pitt first half plus 8 minus 118. And Pitt team total over 63.5 minus 127. And SMU first half plus 1 minus 111. So those are the worst official lines I can get for my big college basketball basket of picks. Jose Bouquett, you there?
Oh, there we go. Hi, Peter.
Yeah. All right. Nice show. We made a brisk pace. I do got to run in a couple of minutes, but that's it. Is there anything that I missed? What's going on? What did I miss?
No, you're good. Are you going to be on any shows before the Super Bowl? I mean, people are going to wonder what you're on.
Yeah. Are we doing that thing where we put all the things together or not really? We're not doing that.
I'm not too sure yet. I'll let you know here.
Okay.
You'll have to. I'll let you know. But is there any lean here? P, you want to give people a tease? I guess.
No, but I was thinking maybe making no. Actually, this year, because last year I was like, oh, I really got something here, and it turned out to be a good call. This year, it's I don't know. It's sort of a classic Super Bowl where the lines are pretty much dead on, and feels to me like maybe the favorite is maybe a little bit too much of a favorite. I don't know. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously they're awesome, but so are the Pats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Free play, I'd put it on the Pats plus 5, right? Not because that's an 80% proposition, but it's probably a 53.5% proposition. I don't know.
Fair enough. I'm leaning your direction as well.
Nothing's really. And then the total, I understand that it's probably going to be tight, but these are offenses that can score. I was actually thinking it might be a sneaky Super Bowl to think about an over, but I know that it's dropped now down to 45, and I guess that is kind of a lot of points for a Super Bowl. But both these teams can come back, right? The offenses are good. I know the defenses are good too. All right, there you go. Brilliant Super Bowl analysis.
There you go. Great analysis as always.
Seconds. Yeah, but as of right now, definitely free play. I'd put it on the Pats plus 5. And if you gave me a free play on the total, I'd probably shock the world and put it on the over.
Good. Well, I look forward to next week, Pete, the last Loshak show until you and Jimmy are together. And baseball's a coming, Pete.
Yeah, I know.
Forget about that.
My God, so much horrible shit's a coming. But one good thing that's a coming is Pubapalooza, right?
Yep. I can't wait to see you there, Pete. It's always exciting to see Mr. Loshak live in the flesh, and everyone else should be there. Pete, I don't know if you heard this, but Friday night, along with the poker tournament, midget wrestling out in the parking lot.
Ooh.
Going to be very interesting. And yes, you can say that in 2026.
Yeah, I was about
because that's what it's called.
Okay. Really? Oh, right. Because they trademarked it. They could sue you if you don't, in fact.
Yeah. So midget wrestling, Pubapalooza Friday night. Should be a lot of fun.
All right. And maybe one of the other nights we'll take 10 minutes out and maybe we'll have some clips ready and we'll try to fucking change your mind about Three Amigos. That just hit me the other day. 3 years after Jimmy told me that. I was like, wait, what? All right, we'll talk about it later. But yeah, that might be a nice little side thing that goes on. Maybe we'll have a room for about 15 minutes where people can come in and try to sell you on it. All right. Really great show. Of course, the main reason is great. Everyone in the friggin' comments section who gives us their picks. Ron Crawford, Matty Ice, everyone. So valuable. Spoons, Bets, Wine Time, Sports, everyone. No, I shouldn't say that because other people will be like, why did you shout my name out? Because I can't remember anything. Now I'm just going to read all the names. Godfather 18, Zoe Faye, Kelly McGinnis, Jason Meyer, MNHGP, Weedo, Michael Farringer, Coin LV, Justin McKelvey. That's the reason this show is Philly Eagle Flyer. That's the Jay Jizzy, Jay Peasy. Shout out Jay Peasy. Shout out Jay Peasy at Texas Sports 101. That's the reason this show is so great. We'll see you again next Tuesday.